Welcome back, guys, to the 7-round mock draft here on the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. Guys, round 1 is already in the book, so be sure to check out those videos if you haven't already. We transition now to the top of round 2, and I think you're going to see here analysts talking about how deep this draft class is. Well, that's really going to show here in the second round, as there's a lot of quality players available at value positions that I think these teams are going to pounce on here. And we start at pick number 1 of the second round with the Houston Texans. Texans have a very big need at that offensive tackle position, the right offensive tackle position to be particular. Morgan Moses, the tackle from Virginia, is here at the top of the second round. A guy I think can be a special value because he can kick to left tackle eventually in his career here if needed. Morgan Moses, the offensive tackle from Virginia. Pick number 2 belongs to the Redskins, their first pick in this draft, and they have a lot of needs on the defensive side of the ball, which has been well chronicled. They will stick with the 3-4 defense with Jay Gruden. Rashid Hageman, the defensive end from Minnesota, in my mind, the best 3-4 defensive end in this class, and I think a good fit in that Washington scheme and should solidify one of those defensive end spots there in Washington. Pick 3 belongs to the Browns. I had the Browns going quarterback, receiver with their 2 picks in the first round. I think they solidify the interior of the offensive line here in the second round with Xavier, the guard from UCLA. Look, the Browns had a porous running game. Part of that was because they didn't have any good running backs, but a big part of it was their guard play was very, very atrocious. And I think Su'a-Filo will upgrade there. I look for the Browns to take a running back a little bit later in this draft. I don't think they go for a running back here. Instead, they solidify one of those guard spots. Pick 4 belongs to the Raiders. Look, the Raiders, I had them taking Watkins in the first round. They have obviously a huge need at quarterback. I don't think they put off taking a quarterback past round 2 because I think they will like what they see in LSU quarterback Zach Mettenberger. He's a strong arm quarterback, has the height, weight, and size that you want from a prototypical NFL pocket quarterback. Obviously, the ACL injury, we'll see how he performs at his pro day, but he should be fine. And Zach Mettenberger at pick 4 here of the second round to the Raiders. Pick 5 belongs to the Falcons in this round, and the Falcons on both lines last year were absolutely atrocious. And I think they need to upgrade both tackle positions. I think they start doing that by taking Cyrus Kouandjio, the tackle from Alabama. I have him slipping. One of these tackles had to slip. I think Kouandjio is looking like the guy who may slip a little bit, but he's too talented of a guy to slip past this spot at a big area of need for the Falcons. Pick 6 belongs to the Buccaneers. Look, I think Lovie Smith is going to realize, and Leslie Frazier, when they analyze that defense in Tampa, they need a defensive end. And particularly a guy in Scott Crichton, the defensive end from Oregon State, who I think would be a good pick here because he is good in run defense and is adept at rushing the passer and also can kick into tackle and pass rush situations. He has experience at that position as well. So if they need to lengthen out that defensive line to get all their pass rushers on the field, Crichton's a guy who can do that. And I think Lovie will like the flexibility he brings. Scott Crichton to the Buccaneers. Pick 7 belongs to the Jaguars. Look, the Jaguars need quality players at virtually every position. To me, running back is going to be a particular area of need with Maurice Jones-Drew likely moving on. Carlos Hyde, the running back from Ohio State, is here there at the top of the second round. I think he's a tough physical runner that they're going to need here in the very near future as they just turn that roster over and get more talented players. I think Hyde would be a nice fit there at pick 7. Pick 8 belongs to the Vikings. Look, the Vikings need to replace Jared Allen. They need to replace his consistent production he had while he was there. It looks like they're going to move on from him in free agency. Trent Murphy, the defensive end from Stanford, I think is a logical pick for them. He's the best pass rusher available in my mind, and is going to kick in from outside linebacker to defensive end, but he has the size and most importantly has the skill set in my mind to be able to do that and do it successfully. Murphy at pick 8 to the Vikings. Pick 9 here in round 2 belongs to the Bills. I had the Bills upgrading one of their tackle spots with Jake Matthews in the first round. I think they stick to offensive line and upgrade one of their guard positions with David Yankey, the guard from Stanford. Solid guy, is a guy you can plug in. They really didn't replace Andy Levitre last year when he left via free agency, and I think they take a swing at it here with David Yankey from Stanford. And lastly, guys, pick 10 here of the second round belongs to the Titans. Look, I know the Titans re-signed Jackie Battle to a one-year deal. They have Sean Green under contract, but with Chris Johnson leaving, with his salary just being extremely high for someone who hasn't been producing here lately, I think they move on from him, but they get a guy here in round 2 in Carey that I think could be an excellent complement to Sean Green and Jackie Battle in that running game and give them a versatile all-around back in Ken Wisenhunt's first year in Tennessee. Guys, that's my thoughts on round 2, picks 1 through 10. Be sure to keep a lookout for the rest of my 7-round mock draft. Be sure to subscribe on here, guys. I cover the NFL wall to wall. It's completely free. Thanks as always for listening, guys, and have a great day. And let me know what you think of my picks here at the top of round 2. Thanks.